Your Baltimore Ravens are playing preseason football yet again tomorrow. Here's 5 things you need to watch for tomorrow's game against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, before we get into that, yes, we are playing them in the bank, but we're also playing against them on YouTube right now because we are in a Falcons sub battle this week, and we're currently losing. 52 subs for the Falcons, 47 for us. It's very, very close. Share this video, sub if you're not subbed. Let's catch up to the Falcons. Number 1 on the 5 things I'm watching for tomorrow is Isaiah Likely. Isaiah has been absolutely balling at training camp this week, dominating. Jonas Schaefer with the tweet from a couple days ago. Isaiah Likely's big day with Lamar Jackson included a 20-yard catch on a deep crosser, plus stare down for added effect. Love that. Stare him down. 30-yard jump ball catch. Jump man. 50-yard one-handed catch and run score. Absolutely dominant performance from him, but we haven't seen him yet in the preseason. Didn't play last week against Philadelphia. John Harbaugh, a couple days ago at post-practice press conferences, said he planned to sit the starters again, sat 17 starters last week's game. We know Likely isn't a starter, so I'm interested to see if he'll be there. But John Harbaugh also had some great things to say about him in his week. He said the following: I would say Isaiah has put together a fantastic training camp. He's been running spectacular route running details. I feel like the timing has been fantastic with him. He's just a very special athlete. Comes to work every day, ready to go to work. We're really proud of him, and we'll keep going. And that's exciting that he's playing so well because there's a lot to improve on from last year when it looked to how we played tight ends on the field. When you look at multiple tight end looks, 12 personnel, the Ravens only ran 11.1% of the time. 22 personnel, 3.6% of the time. So multiple tight end sets were only ran 14.7% of the time. That was one of the lowest in the NFL. And with Likely having such a great training camp and Mark Andrews coming back from his injury from last year, I only assume that number is going to go up. But with all the talk of Isaiah Likely, I just want to see him. I want to see him live in a game. I want him to play tomorrow. I just want to see what the kid's up to. Good reports so far, though. So for him this season, what are y'all thinking? How are y'all feeling? 600 yards for Isaiah Likely. Would you bet the over or would you bet the under? Type O for over, type U for under. Let me know in the comment section down below. My number 2 thing I'm watching for tomorrow is Wright versus Ali. And no, not Foreman versus Ali, not the Rumble in the Jungle. A much bigger fight's happening here in Baltimore, and that is Owen Wright versus Rasheen Ali. If you look at the rushing stats from last week against the Philadelphia Eagles, Owen Wright had the better day. 7 carries, 33 yards, 12 yards was his longest rush. Rasheen Ali, 10 carries, 26 yards, 5 yards was his longest rush. And I'm going to be honest, guys, one of these two won't make the roster. I know it's hard to hear. You like Rasheen Ali. You just spent a draft pick on him. You like Owen Wright. He's a great story, undrafted free agent. One of the two of them isn't going to make this roster. And from last week, I think Owen Wright should make it. I really do. He just looked like the better back. He looked more polished. He looked stronger. Looked like he ran with a little bit more power. Now, of course, Rasheen Ali, 5th-round draft pick this last year. That's his first ever live reps in NFL play. So he might have been getting used to it. Might have taken him just a little while to get knocked the rust off. So I'm excited to see what he'll do this weekend. But again, if it's the same scenario that it was last weekend, shakes out the exact same, I think Owen Wright's going to get this roster spot. Of course, still got some more preseason games to handle that with, but this is what I'm looking for this next weekend. Now, who do you think makes the roster? You think it's Owen Wright or you think it's Rasheen Ali? Let me know in the comment section down below. Type OW for Owen Wright. Type RA for Rasheen Ali. Now, before we get to the next points, I got to talk about our sponsor, and that is Game Time. Game Time is a place to go for the best seats for the lowest prices, guaranteed. If you love summer baseball and want to catch an Orioles game or any other major league team, you're going to want to give Game Time a shot. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to first pitch. One thing I really like about Game Time is their flash deals. Save even more with exclusive in-app deals on select seats ahead of the game or event. Plus, they offer the Game Time guarantee. If you find tickets in the same section or row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. There's so many things I like about the Game Time app. It's the only ticketing app I have on my phone. But what I love is the views from your seat. My wife and I go to a ton of baseball games, and when you're on the Game Time app, you can see what you'll be seeing when you're sitting down. How many times you get to a game and you're like, this looks like it's 3,000 yards away? Well, with the Game Time app, you can see what your seat looks like before you even purchase the ticket. So go, get that Game Time app right now. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed. Now, the third thing I'm watching for is Daniel Faalele. Now, I know if you want to watch with me, it's hard to watch a right guard and specifically zone in on that. He had an up-and-down game last Friday against the Eagles. John Harbaugh was pretty happy with him, though, after the game. This tweet's coming from Jonas Schaefer. John Harbaugh is happy with how Daniel Faalele and Ben Cleveland looked Friday versus Philly. Said Faalele passed the first test. So that's good. He passed the first one. He's got a couple more tests left to prove that he can be the starting right guard on this team. When you look at the PFF grades, they were pretty good. 62.6 overall, not bad. 63.5 in the pass blocking, 72.6 in that run blocking grade. Now, this is PFF grades for one game in a preseason. I know they're a little overblown. I'm not going to go and just take the numbers exactly how they are and be like, this is 100% how it's going to be. This is 100% how he played, because it's one preseason game. But he had some good reps against Jalen Carter. That's a former, top 10 draft pick in the NFL. Had some pretty good reps against him. So, curious to look at him and watch him and see if he's going to solidify himself as that right guard going into the regular season. Number 4, another battle. We got Brade versus Kane. 2 rookies, one undrafted, one an actual draft pick from Purdue, one from Maryland, hometown kid. And I think it's kind of a similar story as it is with Ali and Wright. I think one of the two of these guys won't make the 53-man roster. I don't think you're going to have 2 roster spots go to each of these guys. I think one of them makes it. And they both had really good games on Friday. They both made their points known. Beau Brade, 3 tackles, 2 of those solos. He also had a tackle for loss. He also forced a fumble on special teams. Then Sanoussi Kane. He had 4 tackles with all 4 of them solo tackles. But Beau Brade kind of has the leg up in this battle right now because Sanoussi Kane hasn't necessarily been practicing a ton this week. Came up with the stinger in the Friday game against Philly. And so if Kane's not there, Beau has the perfect chance to step up and take advantage of that. Now, will he do it? I don't know. If he plays like he did Friday, I think that's taking advantage of Kane's absence. But will he play like he did Friday? I guess we'll see. That's why you got to watch for him. My last person that I'm watching for, the last thing I'm watching for, is are we going to get a wide receiver standout? It was one of the things I was watching for last preseason game, and we didn't necessarily get one of those. If you look at the stats against the Eagles, 4 receptions for Dayton Wade, 27 yards, 6.8 yards a catch. Tylan Wallace, 2 receptions, 26 yards. He made some great plays, made some flashes, 13 yards a catch. Keith Kirkwood, 1 catch, 19 yards, was the biggest receiving play of the game. Averaged 19 yards a catch. And it's hard when you only complete 10 passes for the entire game. Yes, you heard me right. Devin Leary and Josh Johnson only completed 10 passes for the entire game. So it's kind of hard to judge and be like, there was no wide receiver standout, but it's a two-way street. Wide receivers get open, quarterbacks throw them the ball. Wide receivers catch the ball. Wide receivers get yards. Wide receivers get stats. And so that's what I'm looking for. Will there be a wide receiver that stands out? Because there wasn't last time. And we've talked about it before with this wide receiver room. There's a lot of guys at the top. There's a lot of guys at the bottom. We need guys in that middle, right? We need those guys who are going to separate themselves from the bottom and fill out those last 3 roster spots. So that's what I'm looking for. Are those guys going to do it? Is Russell Gage going to play? Is he going to get multiple targets? Is he going to get multiple catches? Anthony Miller has had a great practice, a couple great practices this week. I've seen his name all over Twitter. Is he going to do something? I don't know. That's what I'm watching for. That's what I want to know because I think that's going to be very important for this team if they can get a wide receiver 4, 5, 6 that they're very confident in. So you heard my 5. You saw the things I'm watching for. I'm excited to see a lot of players. I'd say Isaiah Likely's number 1. Who are you excited for? Who are you excited to watch for tomorrow? I'm saying Isaiah. Let me know in the comment section down below. Guys, I'm not joking. This is a serious battle. I just said that with a laugh and a smile on my face, but this is serious. This is war. We want to beat the Falcons tomorrow. We can beat them today. Subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed, fantastic. Send it to a person you know isn't. Helps us out a ton. You get content every single day.